Welcome to another Bending Jeeps 10-minute OHV area review. Today I'm going to tell you about Black Mountain OHV area in Harlan, Kentucky. 7,000 acres, about 150 miles of marked trails. When you pull into the Putney Side Campground, there's the Harlan County Campground. Plenty of spaces for RVs, plenty of cabins to rent. The office has ice for sale and the permits you'll need for driving in the park. It's I think $35 for a month-long permit or $60 for an annual permit. There's where Harlan County is in relation to the rest of the country. The OHV area is between the towns of Putney and Everts. Both little towns have a gas station. Everts has a sandwich shop, an ice cream bar you can get to from the trailhead. And the trail map is $5. You can get that on either trailhead, the Putney or Everett side trailhead. Here's the web addresses for Black Mountain and Harlan County Campground. So as we head up the trail into the OHV area from the Harlan County Campground, I'll tell you more about Harlan, the city. In Harlan, you can find hotels, restaurants, 3 or 4 different parts stores, tractor supply company, Walmart, grocery stores, pretty much everything you need for your trip to be a success. Whether you need supplies once you get there or you've broke something on the trail and need to get it ordered in. One of the parts of this video here that I wanted to show was how steep the trail is coming up the mountain. You can see the hood a lot in the Jeep here because we're heading up. Reminder, in July, which is when we usually go, it can be hot and really humid, so be aware of heat injuries. I haven't been there in the fall yet or the winter, and I'm looking forward to doing that one day. Also, be on the lookout for copperheads and, Michelle, what was the other little predator up there? Copperhead snakes. My wife is looking at me like, what, snakes? The obstacle you get to on the trail in is one they call sphincter slide. It's a rock ledge at the top of the trail. Take the left side for the easy ride up. There's lots of trails you can do with a stock Jeep. This is my wife coming down a trail called Pinball. Plenty of places to go on a stock Jeep, four-wheeler, RZR, dirt bike, all those different vehicles. There's tons of opportunities here for that. There's also some really tough trails. Bring your buggies, your sticky tires, your double transfer cases, your 42s and all that stuff. You'll have a great time here too. I would say go in at least a group of 4 if you're wheeling like we are with 32s, 33s, 35s, and maybe a locker. You can get yourself into a predicament where you're going to need a winch or 2 to get out. Some of the trails have really steep endings, so you may go all the way down a trail like fish fossil or rail bed, only to get to the end and decide, you know what, maybe it's too abusive to make that climb at the end. If you're wheeling small Jeeps like we are, and decide to turn around and head back out the trail. To me, that just doubles the pleasure of the trail. You get to try it both ways. So it's not a big deal for me to turn around. And that, folks, is Pinball in reverse. So going up, really kind of a hard climb. One of the parts of the trails I really enjoy is this lower rock garden. It's a long stretch of rocks. It's got opportunities for stock vehicles all the way up to your monster Jeeps and trucks to play around on the rocks right next to the gravel main trail. So you can pop in, pop out, try different lines, try different approaches, and to me it's a great place to let the kids drive or people with less experience. because you can spot them really clearly, and it's not, stuck down in an entrenched trail where they feel intimidated. So make sure you get people out there and get them trained, and learn not to say whoa, because it sounds too much like go. That's a problem we have, and we've worked on it. This trip to Harlan we got to spend with some of our friends from North Georgia. They brought up a couple Cherokees, a Toyota, and a Wrangler buggy, all really well-built trucks, and it was a challenge for us to keep up with them on some of the trails. We definitely had the smallest tires in the group and the least prepared vehicles. I'm running 32-inch tires with no lockers. My wife is 33-inch tires with no lockers. But we had a great time with the group. You leave no man behind, and they certainly made sure we were able to enjoy our time on the trail. So there's other pictures in this video from previous trips. I've got some pictures of my son. There he is playing around in the rock garden. And then we have pictures of my old Cherokee up there too. My dark green and white Cherokee will be in this too. Some of the trails in Harlan seem like they're wet all the time, like Fish Fossil here. Often it rains in Harlan and you get some really slick rocks. The next day it'll be just slick mud, and then 3 days later you'll be breathing dust again. So bring some bandanas, some good quality shoes. Make sure you don't slip and ruin your vacation by breaking an ankle on the rocks. Take your time when you're hopping from rock to rock. The last weekend we were there, the trails were kind of gooey and wet and muddy and slick, and no matter what you try, sometimes you just were going to be denied an obstacle. And that's what you come there for, is to try this stuff. And watching the big buggies, that's always fun. If you've got one, bring it. You can go to Lion's Den, Little Jagger, tons of trails. We went in a group previous year and did this Middle Rock Garden obstacle where it's another bouldery uphill climb, and my little 4-cylinder Cherokee with 32s was struggling until we finally got the traction we needed, the luck we needed to pop through this rock garden. You will have a great time in Harlan.
Passenger?
I'm going to say with 33s to 35s and a locker and a winch, you can do a lot of trails. You will have a great time. Make sure you got some armor on your Jeep too, because those rocks are solid. They're not like borderline rock that I'm used to. Both of my Jeeps have suffered some bent rocker panels. Mostly that's from me just getting excited and trying it. And that's what we came there for. So keep all that in mind.
Is there any specific direction he should go, Jason? Where's the exit?
To the left.
Exits to the left.
Yeah. I'm not, that may exit as well. I'm not 100%. Yeah. You're going too fast.
I know.
Well, there is a trailer. There is a trailer. Hey, Jason said the easy exit.
He can't. Woo! Darren.
Travis, he was a fine man. Where's the young kids at?
I know, right?
You're going to need more than a weekend to really explore this park. Like I said, we've been going there for about 6 years. We have some favorite trails we like to hit, and we still haven't hit all the trails. But we've done it all. We've stacked rocks, we've winched, we've hit rocks with fenders, We've broken universal joints, axle shafts, drive shafts, and had a great time. You should drag yourself down off the trails in the Mountain Campground, the Harlan County Campground. They got a coin-operated pressure washer. You can blast off all that mud. You can use their air compressor to air up your tires, get back up at the highway pressure. Every trip for us to Black Mountain has been a good trip. We've had a great time. We've taken our kids there for their high school graduations and participated in some friendly contests, such as this video of us going up Lower Rock Garden for kind of a timed, we're not going to call it a race, but it was a timed event, and we had a great run doing that. So get your friends, get a bunch of them, take a long weekend, 4 days maybe, head up to Harlan. Not sure the best season to go. We have our fun in July because the kids are out of school then. July 4th weekend, really busy weekend, lots of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, but we've never had a problem on the trails with being gridlocked or anything like that. Great place. Make sure you pack everything and go. Hope this 10-minute review gave you a little more information about Black Mountain than you had before, and stay tuned for the next one. And hope we see you out there on the trails. Say hi.